The forest looms closer, and, unsure, she stands at the entrance, gazing into the depths. She looks to where a bright sun hangs behind her, warming her back, but beyond the trees, light seems to vanish, sucking up the warmth until she shivers involuntarily at the mere thought of it. The long-legged cat she was following stopped and looked back, a gesture that seemed to beckon her further along, into the forest. Slowly, hesitantly, she steps across the threshold, leaving the sun behind. She notices the first thing to go is the smell of the sun. The forest instead adopts a rich, earthy scent, and the ground becomes the springy soil of rich, untrodden earth. Next to the sounds, the chorus of familiar birds and animals are replaced by a sympathy of evening insects and other unknown animal sounds. In the distance, something moves, just for a moment. She could swear it was a deer, but its legs seemed to be half as tall as the trees and thinner. Suddenly, from under a bush, a small creature darts, pausing in the middle of the path as it tilts its head to listen. A rabbit, she thinks, but suddenly it turns to look at her with an owl's face. She lets out a small screech before scampering away. She freezes, unsure if what she saw was a trick of the growing darkness. As her steps take her deeper and deeper into the dense foliage, the color darkens from the green of growing plants to the dark navy of night. Things begin to awaken. Fireflies, or are they fairies? Glow and fly from their perches, hurriedly at first, then lazily flitting about in the air, lighting tiny portions of the forest. Further and further in she walks, until she can no longer see the plants or even the ground, aside from where the glowing creatures deign to alight on the plants still surrounding her. It feels as though she's walking through the sky. Tiny stars leading her through the black forest of night. Though as she looked down, she noticed the dirt very faintly glowing. Onward she strode as the constant bluish-white glow spread from the dirt to some of the plants, the glowing creatures still flitting around. And as the forest thins, it is not the harsh light of day that filters through the leaves, but a cool, dim, white light that turns all the plants to a silvery purple. She fully steps through the trees, where a new land lay, vastly different from the forest, the entrance, which seemed like a lifetime ago.